Ladies and gentlemen of the 118 scale, 3.75 inch, 4-inch modern action figure community, I am back again with another video. And in this video, we're going to be touching on a gentleman by the name of Vincent De Lava, aka, or most known as, the character Cesspool of G.I. Joe. Mr. Vincent De Lava borrows his name from an actual Hasbro employee by that name, and he is the senior brand manager he was the senior brand manager of Hasbro from about 1989 to 1994. I could have my dates mixed up, but I know 1989 was his start for sure. Cesspool's birthplace was West Newton, Massachusetts, where a lot of famous people came from there. And his primary MOS is chemical weapons expert. So unlike some other characters, Cesspool did actually have a cartoon run. He did show up in a couple of the episodes from the Deke series. You know, the Deke series was the Got to Get Tough Yo Joe series. And he was a very interesting character. I remember watching episodes with him. He would capture Joes, and his thing was he would remove his mask and blow his breath in their faces, which would make them sick and pretty much incapacitate them. I mean, hey, if you got bad breath and you know how to use it to your favor and your advantage, by all means. But usually it's just a thing that usually is an embarrassing factor that one has to deal with. Cesspool got his start. He was first known to have appeared in Larry Hama's comics, Real American Hero issue number 123, also 124 and 125. There may be some others, but those are the ones that he was most notable for. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, right here with his team of Toxo Vipers. So this particular figure we're going to be discussing is of the Hasbro action figure subscription service Wave 8 figure number 2, which was released in 2014. However, the actual original figure was released in 1991. And I mean, it depends, love or hate him. He fell under that era of when G.I. Joe went neon. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think he was a really done well character. He was made very well. This particular character is this remake of the figure was done really well. So let's take a look at him. He still has his scars. He's got his I don't know what color that is, but ultimately there's purple, there's gold, there's orange. He's got the black boots, named Cesspool with his name tag or action figure stand with his name on it. Look at the back. Pretty cool figure here, if you would mind me saying so. I think he was really cool, really nicely done as a remake. So if I have this correct, Cesspool was an executive, and he was pretty much the CEO of a waste company. And his waste company was paid by companies to haul off toxic waste for disposal. However, what he would do was he would take that toxic waste from these companies and he would remanufacture it, concentrate it in a way that it became a weapons grade toxic substance, and he would sell that back as a weapon. In his day as a CEO, he was crooked as hell. He actually offered his employees health benefits, but would use his chemical knowledge to cause a toxic environment for those employees, which would in turn have them file claims, and he would cash in on those claims due to the toxic environment that he created so that he could bank off of. So this was a pretty dirty character, if I would say so myself. There's a couple different stories on how Cesspool became scarred in his disfigurement. One was he had built a scaffolding setup over his cesspool, no pun intended. And once that scaffolding collapsed, he fell into his own vat of mess, and that caused his scarring. He was badly scarred from that incident, and that's where some of his scarring would occur. And I don't know if they want to say that this is where he got like all of his scarring from. Maybe there's some body damage going on there that you can't see through his suit. But ultimately, there's another one here that says that as he was being investigated by federal investigators, he tried to hide evidence. So when he went to open a valve to move his toxic sludge, the valve ruptured and the caustic substance splashed out and hit him in the face, causing that disfigurement to his right eye. So if you see that there, and it goes on to say that once he was disfigured by these caustic substances, he would have it pretty much penetrate into his brain and cause him some type of brain damage, which made him turn into some type of a madman, if he wasn't already a madman with the whole, insurance fraud that he was doing, killing his own employees just to bank and make money off of. But it was after this last incident where he took on a very dark role, even darker than he was before. And that's when he took on the name Cesspool. So in A Real American Hero comic book issue number 123, I believe it was 123, I guess he got on to Cobra Commander's radar, and Cobra Commander chose to have him cut a deal so that he could start his toxic operations on Cobra Island. And of course, Cobra Commander, being a narcissist opportunist, he thought like, yo, this guy making this type of stuff, I'm gonna need him to create weapons for me. But unfortunately, very quickly, he got a little too big for his britches, so he tasked Zarana with taking him down. Unfortunately, he became knowledgeable of the plot against him. So when Zarana arrived, he shot his toxic sludge onto Zarana's vehicle, which pretty much dissolved that vehicle and almost dissolved her, but she got away just in time. Cesspool may also be responsible for the numerous zombies that you have seen within G.I. Joe or Cobra. Both, actually. You have your Toxo Vipers, and this is one unfortunate, unlucky individual that came in contact with the toxic sludge, rendering him into a zombie. So needless to say, Cobra Commander wants him gone. Bulletproof and of the Battle Corps was after him and ultimately attempted to eliminate him. So this is what his packaging looks like. Very nicely done. This is the box art from the figure subscription service. And it'll show you here on the back. If you ever have a question, he was G.I. Joe exclusive 2-8. Maybe I had that backwards. He was Wave 2, Figure 8. Confusing. But anyway, if you would like, you can pause and read his file card. And there you have that. So then G.I. Joe formed the Eco Warriors unit, which they task with cleaning up after all of the toxic sludge that Cesspool and his army of Toxo Vipers and Sludge Vipers would leave behind. And that, in doing so, at some point he was able to spray ozone with a caustic material that caused ozone to turn into a praying mantis-like hybrid creature that spit acid. Ozone was only saved after Airtight was able to administer some type of serum or vaccine, which reversed what he had been exposed to, reverse the toxic effects of that. So, moving right along, let's go ahead and take a look at Cesspool and some of his equipment. So first and foremost, I've already shown you the actual Cesspool and his figure stand. He has a really cool helmet. If you can focus in on that. This is his helmet, cast in purple, but painted gold and orange. There you have it. Let's go ahead and slap that on him. Get the full effect. Fits nicely. Next, he has what looks like a two-part backpack. As if you see, it's not one piece. It's actually two pieces, and it looks like some type of sludge-filled canisters. And we're going to go ahead and put that on his back there. Get that going. There you have that. That's what he looks like with that on. Next, he has this gold sidearm type of deal. It looks like some type of spray gun. Like it has a little canister for some type of chemical, and he pulls the trigger and squeezes or squirts that chemical out. And this is probably how he was able to turn ozone. So we'll put that right there. Next, he has this cast in gold. I guess this is some type of a spray gun. It does look like as if it is a assault rifle of some kind, but it also looks like a super soaker. And if you remember back in the days, look at that, it has a little hole there, but it does not spray anything. And I do believe there should be a small black hose that goes from here to this gun, which would probably plug in right here. And this is how he delivers his toxic sludge from those canisters to the nozzle of this gun. You see how it matches, like as if it has overspray, like as if it's become dirty with spray. So, I mean, it's awesome. If you remember back in the days, these figures all changed colors. They had like you spray them with water and it would change colors to signify that they... But anyway, moving right along. So he's also packaged with this a briefcase. This is probably my favorite part of this figure, is that he has this briefcase full of cash. So, you know, he's always closing these deals. He makes a lot of money for the toxic sludges that he puts out. So with that being said, that's his payout, so to speak. So there you have it. That is Cesspool. We've discussed pretty much his history and his origins and just what a shady character this person is. So I think at this point for this figure, I'm going to give him a B+. 1, for nostalgia. 2, because he's nicely done in the modern form. And 3, even though he could be very expensive when you try to acquire him at this day and age, I suggest you, if you can come across him at a reasonable price, then grab him. But other than that, he's a B+ all around. I would give an A, but A's are hard to come by. He's definitely a B+ in my book. So with that being said, I'm out. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to link them below in the comment section. And I appreciate you all for watching these videos. You know, I'll definitely have more coming to you. And just keep getting in the comments and let me know how you feel about these things, all right? 1/18 scale world is still going to be here. We have to represent for them, all right? Excellent. Peace. Damn it. Phone died.